Spider-Man with his good buddy Ashton, bringing you another episode of Self-Defense for Kids. How are you feeling?
Good.
Good. I'm feeling good too. Happy to work with you. Happy to work with all of you at home. Team, we're going to talk about how to escape from what's called the triangle or rear naked choke. I know Spider-Man said the word naked, but that's what it's called. That means that they're not using your shirt, or if you had a gi on, they're not using your gi to use the choke. They're using just their arm. Rear naked choke or a triangle choke. We taught this choke before with Miss Kate. Now we got to show you how to get out of it. There's a couple things that might happen. The triangle choke, as we've established in our previous lesson, and if you missed that lesson, it's right here for your review, is a blood flow choke, meaning I'm going to try to squeeze my arms together, and some people will puff up their chest and really make a tight encasement and cut off the blood flow here. And then there's the tracheal choke, which might be more like this here, grabbing my arm and cranking back and putting pressure there. Sometimes that happens with people in the triangle choke. They'll rear back and their forearm will cut into somebody's neck, and that can cause a compression on your throat, which is very, very dangerous. The first and foremost thing is to address the threat of being choked. What Ashton's going to do is reach up and dig her fingers in right to the front of her throat at my arm and try to pull and tuck her chin in, which is not going to be comfortable. She's going to be able to prevent me from choking her by simply dropping and creating an airflow passageway. Second thing, from this position here, she cannot allow me to pull her back. She has to establish a good base. She cannot allow me to pull her back, because all I got to do is this, and I take her right down to the ground, and we got a bigger problem. Okay? So what she's going to do is go hands in, pull down, get her chin in, and drop into her stance and try to get low and try to get forward. Okay, so we're going to try this first. I grab her, she goes airway, chin gets in, and she gets low and she gets forward as much as she can. That's perfect. Now stay right there. I want you to see something. Her back end is going into my leg. Do that again. And she's causing my knee to extend. This is not comfortable for me. So right away, she's got an opportunity to breathe, not get pulled to the ground, and she's causing pain on me. Okay? Thank you, ma'am. So rear end back, airway, chin in. That's priority one. We do it again. I got her in, and that's good. Taking my balance. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to try to strike with what we call softening blows. Two targets I'm going to recommend: the eyes and below the belt. Hey, nobody should have any business choking you. You got to save your life. So we're going to hit, and we're going to make them count. Now I got her here. She establishes her base. She gets her airway. She gets her chin in. What she's going to do is take her hand and reach it for my eyes. Boom! Now if she gets my eyes, great. She's also going to take this hand, slap back to the groin. Boom! And she can do this and do it twice. 1, 2. She can keep hitting as many times as she needs. Ah, all right. And if I cause that pain, I might just let go and be like, ah! Which would be great. But if they don't let go, you're at least causing them a distraction by virtue of pain. She's going to take her hands and she's going to do what we call a pluck. She's going to pull really hard with her elbows really close to her body. Okay, we're going to turn to the front for this. So as I've got her, she's going to establish airway and base. She's going to hit to my eyes. Ah! Hit down low. Ah! And then she's going to grab on at the throat and pluck. And rolls out. As she rolls out here, she's got an opportunity to strike. Let's do a palm heel. Boom! Just as a go-to defense, we'll put the palm heel in. So this is escape one. We're just going to call this the pluck. You pluck free, okay? So again from here, she's going to get airway, chin in, base down, she's on my knee. She hits to my eyes. Ah! She hits down low. Ah! She plucks to get free, she rolls out. Hits, boom. Do it all in one motion. Let's see what happens. And when you finish, give me a verbal phrase. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Pull.
Back up.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Pull.
Back up.
Nicely done. Now everybody, there's another way to make this defense work. We're going to take our attacker and we're going to put him on the ground. And this is how this is done. From the choke, always the airway first. She's got to be able to breathe. Stance follows the airway. Chin tucks in and she starts hitting. She gets up to my eyes, she gets into the groin, and then she's going to twist and try to do a little bit of a bow. She twists out and stops. Now here's the thing. You can't really see what's going on, but I'm going to show you the effect and then we'll change our angle. Go ahead and bow. Good job! Okay, so, well, let's go ahead and go this way, which I know you can't see us, but you will in a moment. She's going to create her airway and she's going to spiral out to pluck the hand free. Now, what she's got to do is hold my hand close to her body. And I'll tell you why. She's going to try to over-rotate my shoulder the wrong way. As she bows, and that's all it is, let go for just a second. It's just a bowing motion. She's going to do that very fast. She's going to use her tummy like a crunch and go very fast, causing my shoulder to move where it's not supposed to go. And that's going to forcibly bring my body into a back bend motion and put me on the ground. Now, if it doesn't, it's going to cause pain to my shoulder. So, she has me locked up again, and she bows nice and hard, shoulder pulls, and takes me right down. If you escape and you need the palm heel, it's there. You lost control of the arm. If you don't lose control of the arm, do this bow motion, put them on the ground, yell back off, and then run to safety. We'll demonstrate all of that. So let's take it again from this side, just so they can see the ending from the choke. She goes airway, and she's going to go into her motion and over-rotate right there. Very nice. Okay, so now facing you, airway, chin, stance, eyes, groin, spiral out, bow. Here we go. 1, 2. Good.
Back up.
All right, give me 5. Now everybody, the last variation is when the spiral out motion just does not work, okay? This is what we're looking at. I grab her in the choke. She goes ahead and creates the airway, gets her chin in. Can't remind you of that enough. You got to be able to breathe. Drops low in her stance so she doesn't get pulled back. She's folding my knee. She goes eyes and then groin. You might miss the eyes. You go for the groin, right? Now she's going to spiral. As she spirals, I am resisting her. I'm not letting her go, right? I don't know how I'm doing that. This is because I'm Spider-Man and I can stick in the stance. But she's not able to get free. She's going to take the obvious and reverse it. So I'm expecting her to resist my pulling back attempt. So what she does is she goes with it. She dances her feet right back under herself, and then she's going to grab and knee. Boom! It could be body, it could be face, any good target of opportunity. So let's go ahead and go through that a couple of times so everybody can follow along. Airway first, and she hits eyes and low, starts her spin, counter spins that nice and quick, and into the knee. Good, let's go on a bit of a 45-degree angle here. Yes! Ha! Ha! Yeah! This!
Back up.
Yes! Ha! Ha! Yeah! This!
Back up.
Good job. Give me 5. Now team, I wish I could tell you that these are guaranteed escapes. These are things that could work. The problem is that when somebody grabs you in this choke, and there's no other way to say this, but I'm trying to be real with you, you are in a lot of trouble. The choke is very, very strong, very fast, and if it comes upon you suddenly, the one thing that's very difficult to train is fear, okay? And fear is going to compromise you heavily, which is why you need to train these regularly at home with mom and dad. The second somebody gets a hold of you and they start squeezing and you can't breathe, you've got 5, maybe 7 seconds if you're lucky, before the lights go out. That's all the time you have to process what's going on and remember your training. Now it takes about 500 repetitions on average for somebody to remember a lesson, any lesson, and 5,000, again on average, repetitions for someone to absorb it, or what's called internalize it. So if you practice once or twice with mom and dad, I mean, that's a start, that's good. My recommendation is you gotta go over it and over it and over it. So moms and dads, if you want a little bit of advice on how you might approach this training, once a week for your kid's entire at-home life. I mean, if you're serious about them staying safe, that would be the thing to do. And don't do a Saturday, because you're going to have soccer games, basketball games, you're going to have football games, you're going to be going out on family events, people are going to have birthday parties, it's all going to fall on a Saturday. So you're going to constantly be like, oh, we can't do it this Saturday, oh, we can't do it this Saturday. I recommend doing it Monday evening. 6:30 work for you? Come home from work, get something to eat, go for a half hour out in the garage. Start every Monday off right. Monday evening, you practice your self-defense lessons and give some empowering lessons or some good reminders as to what to do in these common assault situations that your child might experience as they're growing up. Thank you, Ashton, so much for working with me today. Always appreciate it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel. You can also like our gym on Facebook at Pecораro's Fitness and Kickboxing. Visit our gym online at rpdojo.com, and for our instructional DVDs, visit adamlanddvd.com. You can also check out these other Spider-Man videos.